Hi guys, in this section we are going to see how to work with Spark Snowflake connector to connect to Snowflake and run our SQL queries. To run Snowflake SQL on Spark framework, I should have Spark framework installed on my machine. Since I don't have Spark installed on my machine, I am using Amazon Glue. So why I am using Amazon Glue? Because Amazon Glue is an ETL tool which runs on the cloud and it uses Spark framework for data processing. That's why I have got an opportunity to demonstrate. To query Snowflake from Amazon Glue, we have to follow 3 steps. Step number 1 is we need to create a role for Amazon Glue service. We need to create a role, and to that role we need to add the required policies. In AWS, policy meaning a set of one or more privileges is called a policy. Let me repeat. We create a role for Amazon Glue service, and then to that particular role we will assign the necessary policies to it. Step number 2, we will create a S3 bucket. Under that, we will create these following folders. One is data files, drivers, ETL, and temp. So let's go through the purpose of these folders. The first one is data files. This folder we are going to use to place our source files which are intended to load into Snowflake. And the second folder is drivers. This is the folder where we are going to place Spark Snowflake connector and JDBC drivers. Did you remember when we were working with Python Snowflake connector, we have downloaded on our machine and then we have used it. But since we are using Amazon Glue, which is residing in cloud platform, not on our machine, that's why we are placing the driver files in drivers folder. Then ETL folder. This is the folder where we are going to keep Spark scripts, or you can say Python scripts, or your ETL scripts. And the fourth one is temp folder. This particular folder is used by Amazon Glue service for the internal purpose. So once the Glue job is successful, automatically whatever the files Glue service has created during the execution of that job will be discarded. Let me recap. Data files folder will be used to place your source files. Drivers folder will be used to hold your Spark Snowflake connector and JDBC drivers. ETL folder will be used to store your programming scripts. Temp folder will be used by the Amazon Glue service for the internal purpose. So as I mentioned here, I have created a bucket and under that I have created folders. And if you look at what is there inside the data files, we don't have any files. Under the drivers folder, you see I have placed one JDBC jar file and Spark Snowflake connector. So these are the files we have to work with Snowflake. Under the ETL folder, I have a script. Script name is querysnowflake.py. In fact, it is not Python program, it is PySpark program. Okay, we can give any extension. Okay, so we don't need to bother about the extensions what I have given here. What is written in this script we will go through in few minutes. Okay, now the temp folder, it is empty. Now step number 3 is we need to create a Glue job. Let's go back to step number 1 to create the role and assign the AWS policies to that role. Let me create a role. To create the roles, we use IAM service. Go to roles and create role. Select the first option. Why first option? When you choose first option, you are telling AWS that the role which you are going to use within the AWS services. If you are going to use that role in third-party applications, you need to choose this option. Let's choose the service in which I am going to use this role. Then say next. Now we have to give S3 access. Let me choose this policy and then Glue service role. So these are the two policies I am attaching to the role which I am going to create now. So say next, say next. See, these are the two policies I am going to apply to this role which I am going to create now. Let me create a new role. Snowflake Glue Demons. Okay, role got created. Step number 1 is done, and step number 2 where we have created a bucket. Under that we have created folders needed, and let's go to step number 3. In this step we are going to create a Glue job. AWS Glue. Go to jobs, add job, give a name to this job. I am giving job name as Snowflake Glue Demonstration. Choose the IAM role that you just created. And platform type is Spark. Glue version, don't change here anything, and choose the second option, an existing script that you provide. So you know we have already a script. This is that script. Okay, I have created this script and I have uploaded to this folder. So you know how to upload a script to AWS. So we have here CLI commands. AWS CLI commands. We have to use this command AWS S3 CP, meaning copy, and source file name and target path on S3. Okay, so since we have this script with us, so choose this second option and provide the path name. Where is your script? Go to here and SF glue FKP. This is my bucket name. Go to ETLs and this is my script. Temporary folder we already have. Okay, now let's go to advanced properties. Here we don't need to change anything. Let's go to monitoring tags, then go to security configuration, script libraries, and job parameters. Okay, so here you have to give the driver file names which you want to use for this job. So we have to provide here Spark Snowflake connector file and then JDBC driver name. Copy this and paste here. I have already uploaded these two driver files to the drivers folder, right? Yeah. Reference to file path we don't need to give, and then select here to number of workers. Okay, that is related to Glue server. Okay, I'm not going to discuss much about it because we are targeting Spark Snowflake connector, right? Don't bother about max concurrency and job timeout at this point of time. Now let's go to job parameters. So here is the place where you need to provide your credentials and your Snowflake account string. So let me give the job parameters: Snowflake account name, URL, database name, schema name, role, username, and password. I think we are good. So let me give the account name. This is my Snowflake account name. We need to provide URL and database. I am going to use DemoDB, demo schema, and the role I am going to use is account admin. Username is FKPIAI, and here I am giving my password. Then hit next and then say save job and edit script. Okay, so this is the script I have uploaded here. Okay, so let me go through what is written here. These are basic packages which are needed for Amazon Glue to work. So we are going to focus here at the line number 8. So this is the name of our Spark Snowflake connector, and we have given a name Snowflake source name, and this is the command which helps us like to run our Snowflake SQL commands. Up to here it is your Spark Snowflake connector name, right? You are seeing the same thing here, net Snowflake Spark Snowflake, and then we have a class that is called utils. Under that we have a function called run SQL. In this function we need to provide two things. One is the credentials, the other one is the query which you want to run. When this statement gets executed by Amazon Glue, automatically this particular statement will be performed. I have defined a variable called SF options. I have provided the values of the variables. Okay, so we have defined URL and I have given the value. Account, we have created this job parameter and provided the value. Username, password, database name, and schema name, and warehouse I think we forgot, and role. Okay, so we can give even on the fly. So I have forgot giving this warehouse name. Okay, this is the total thing where I am specifying everything about my Snowflake user. For this set I am giving a name called SF options. That variable I am using in this function. Now let's look at this command at line number 30. What this command doing is Spark is reading output of this Snowflake query and loading into Spark data frame. Okay, first let me go to check what data we have in department table. I have 4 records. Let me insert a record for department number 30, Finance, Bangalore. Okay, I want to insert this record and then read the data from this particular table and load into Snowflake data frame and then print the data frame. Okay, we forgot creating a parameter for warehouse. Let's go to the actions and say edit job. Warehouse, compute WH is my warehouse name, and say save. Then run your job and say run job. Okay, now Glue job is running. Yeah, please note, don't do more exercises on Amazon Glue because it's a chargeable service and it is costly too. Don't work on the Amazon Glue unless you are familiar with Glue billing because it will cost you. Okay, it looks like our job has ran and it has inserted a record with the department number 30. It has read our table. The result of this particular query got loaded into data frame, and this is the result of Spark data frame. Let's go and check whether this record got inserted in Snowflake or not. Okay, we have got this new record which we have inserted from Spark Snowflake connector. So if you have any questions, you can write in the comment section. Yeah, let me show you the script so that you can practice later. Now the question is, from where I can download Spark Snowflake and Snowflake JDBC connectors? To download, you can use either of these options. go to your web interface, help download, go to Spark Connector, and you can download it through Snowflake documentation or you can download it from GitHub. So I feel going this way is difficult. Instead of going through this route, you can directly go to the Maven repository and search for the version that you need. Let's copy this and paste in a browser. That's it. Download from here. Download the jar file. Similar way, download Snowflake JDBC driver. Go to your browser and paste this link and say enter. Download. Okay, that easy it is. Thank you for subscribing my channel and thank you for watching this video and take care.